I went to Twitter and asked you guys to send me your pet photos to draw, and oh my god, I did not expect over 1,000 photos. I can't draw them all, so let's draw 100 pets. So you probably have several questions like, how did you choose out of those 1,400 photos? What was the inspiration behind this? And overall, you're probably just thinking, why did you do this? Why did you draw 100 pets? Well, I'm glad you asked. Thanks to the sponsor of this video, Secret Cat Forest, I came up with this genius video idea. Follow the link in the description to download Secret Cat Forest as I tell you about it, because let me tell you, when I'm done, you're gonna want to play it. This game is super easy to play with intuitive controls, and it's very calming, which is definitely something I need today. The game plays in real time, meaning when it's day in the game, and when it's night in the game. There are dozens of adorable kittens to find with various adorable animations, including my favorite named Tushy, who literally shows off his butthole. I love him. There's an archive available to see which cats have come to visit and which ones you still need to find. And honestly, one of the biggest things that drew me to this game was the pretty backgrounds and also the isometric room. Playing is really simple. Just tap the tree to collect wood and build furniture to attract the cats, go fishing to fill up your fish inventory, and close the game and the cats will come visit. Cats will leave you gifts that you can then upgrade your items with. And let me tell you, once you craft the long ladder and golden cushion to unlock a secret place, the addiction only grows. The first 200 viewers to install the game and enter the code kaseygolden will receive 2,000 wood and 4 cans of fish in-game. That's right, they will not mail you cans of fish. Check out the link in the description to download Secret Cat Forest. In the meantime, I have 100 pets to draw, so let's get back into it. So going into this video, to be honest, I had no idea what I was going to do. When I do sponsored videos, I really like the content of my video to be somewhat related to the sponsorship. And something that I remembered when I drew you guys in my style is that a lot of you suggested that I draw your pets in my style. I absolutely love drawing animals, so I thought this would be a really fun idea to do. I love drawing animals. I love drawing goofy animals. The derpier, the better. So when I sent out that tweet, honestly, I expected the usual. You know, maybe 100 tops. I did not expect that many people to reply, and I do feel bad that I wasn't able to get to all of you guys, but to be honest, the fact that I got so many replies was a good thing. It inspired me to create these simple and fun stylized doodles in a quick manner, and I really enjoyed creating these doodles. So how I went about choosing what pet pics I drew in this video was really based on pose, form, and overall variety in the pet, basically. I wanted to make sure that I had a variety of different animals because, like I mentioned in the original tweet, how many dogs or cats can I draw in a sitting position just looking at the camera? I wanted to make sure that there was a lot of variety in these drawings. So I wanted to look for photos of animals that had interesting shapes and form and just silly poses and variety. And my goodness, did you guys deliver. There were so many goofy photos. I had hundreds of photos saved on my computer that I could not draw, sadly. But in the end, I had so much fun doodling all of these animals, and oh my gosh, I hope you guys also have fun watching me doodle them. Of course, I did favor cats because I am a cat lover, and also this is sponsored by a cat app. I mean, how could I not make this cat themed? But also, cats are just so flexible. I mean, have you seen the poses cats can make? They're incredibly silly and incredibly flexible. Here we are, about 58 pets deep, and it's time to move on to yet another, that's right, another cat. Because, what can I say, the cats are the most fun to draw. I am a cat person. And honestly, I did think about doing nothing but 100 pets that were all cats. But I kind of thought that that may get boring with just cats. But I can't help but think seeing a page full of 100 cats would have been so satisfying. And obviously I have favored the cat pictures more than the other ones. I've got a lot of cats, if you haven't noticed, compared to the other animals. And you know what? No regrets. I'm really enjoying the cats. I think they're a lot of fun. Sometimes you're a crazy cat lady, you know? Sometimes you gotta draw 100 pets and 50 of those pets are cats. And there you go. There's another cat done. Next up, I should draw something that I didn't get a lot of submissions for because honestly, I guess just not a lot of people have this animal. All I know is that this looks like a very fluffy donkey. Like a very fluffy donkey. Wait, how do you make it look like a donkey? I think the ears are too small. See, that's something else. You have to look at these animals and think, okay, which of these features are what really makes these animals, and obviously part of what makes a donkey, if that's what this is anyway, is the big ears. It just looks kind of like a swampy, wet creature. A swamp donkey. For sure. This is my swamp donkey. This just looks like... Some of these drawings I've made just really look like sad taxidermies. Yeah, I like this one actually. My swamp donkey. Ooh, you know what? It's been a minute since we've done a bird, so let's do someone's chicken. Well, that was fun. It's just an explosion of a swirl. You have too many bumps. Too many delicious bumps. I mean, what? Hey, that sure turned out to be a cute chicken. Okay, here's a fun dog to do an exaggeration of because it kind of looks like it has a unique face. That's one way to put it. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. One of you out there is definitely like, God, tell me this is not my dog. That kind of looks like the photo I submitted, but please tell me, dear God, that terrifying thing is not my dog. Well, I'm afraid to say that I think it might be. I think it might be your dog. Look. Have I created maybe somewhat nightmare fuel for your pet? Maybe. But do I like it? I mean, I'm doing it out of the love and support of my art. I don't think I made the neck long enough. Hold on. No, I'm not going to make it comically long and have it go across the whole page. That would be silly. I would never do that. Owner of this dog, I totally and completely understand if you want to unsubscribe, unfollow, and generally stop supporting me after this drawing. But you know what? This actually might be one of my top favorite dogs that I've drawn so far. I just think it's so silly and exaggerated. And I love it. I love it. Just tuck him under that horse there. Oh wow, he fits right in there, huh? I like him. So a question that really popped out to me while I was doodling these animals on Twitch was, how are you able to draw these without a sketch? And to be honest, when I read that comment, I was a little surprised. When it comes to my art, I know that I'm not the best artist when it comes to drawing something with a first go around. I really need to sketch something out. I need to get the shape and the form right. I'm not the most skilled at drawing something without a sketch, and I'm not ashamed of that. Every artist is different, every artist's process is different, and I've never been good at drawing without a sketch, and that's something that I've always wanted to improve on. Now, it's not that I want to create a masterpiece without a sketch, it's just that I would like to do silly and fun doodles like this without having to sketch it out first. So without even thinking about it, this project ended up being very good practice with that. I didn't want to sketch each of these because sketching 100 pets and also inking 100 pets and worrying about perfection would have made this project go on so much longer, and I have always wanted to improve being able to draw or doodle really silly illustrations like this without a sketch. So without even knowing it, this project turned into quite the practice into creating illustrations without a sketch. When I got that question on Twitch, I was honestly really shocked, and I never thought I would get that question, and to be honest, I realized that this project was exactly that. It was just practice creating illustrations without a sketch. It turned into a study of animals, it turned into a study of shape and exaggeration, and basically capturing the likeness of pets. And honestly, this turned into quite an amazing project, and I'm really glad that something that I decided to do on the fly turned out to be so useful, so entertaining. I absolutely love the result, and it was a really good study as an artist. I learned a lot. I would definitely recommend something like this to you guys to do. Before I move on to adding a splash of color, I actually wanted to draw my own pets. If you don't know, I have one cat, Mr. Kitty, and a lot of people ask me what his real name is. No, it's just Mr. Kitty. If you watch my Twitch channel, I often have a kitty cam where Mr. Kitty is sleeping behind me as I work, and it's really cute to watch him roll around and be super adorable, and it's just, honestly, probably the best part of my Twitch channel. Actually, I end up drawing Mr. Kitty a lot on my Twitch channel. I don't know why, but for some reason, whenever I do dumb doodle request streams, people always end up requesting me draw Mr. Kitty in silly situations, and we end up with some really good doodles. So I don't really understand why there is such an obsession with Mr. Kitty, but I do love the doodles we get, so I will accept it. So there is Mr. Kitty, and I used to have another cat, and she sadly passed away in 2019. I was gonna say last year. Holy crap, no, it was 2019. Enough time has passed at this point that I am pretty much over her passing, so I'm able to find humor in things like people coming into my Twitch channel and asking questions like, don't you have two cats? Didn't really feel like the need to announce that my cat died. Yeah, I don't know, I guess a lot of people just aren't in the know that my cat died. And that was a while ago, so again, I'm able to talk about it and not feel super sad anymore. I mean, I do miss her, but you know. I think it's good to be able to find humor in situations like this. That means you've healed, right? Wow, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to end that on a sad note. I mean, I think it's kind of silly, like I said. It's been long enough that I am not sad about it, and you know, you can't sadly expect your pets to live forever. I gave her her best life, and yeah, there she is. Okay, now that we have 103 pets drawn, I thought it would actually be really fun to go in and add a splash of color to some of these drawings. My biggest takeaway from the Sketchbook Slam Challenge when I did it a few years ago is that if you want to add a very easy and quick flair and just spice up your sketches a little bit, all you have to do is add a block of color behind the sketches that you really like. It's a very simple and quick way to just add a little something, a little pop of color, just make it visually more interesting, and just kind of spice up your sketches a little bit to look a little bit better. So this is definitely one of my favorites, which is kind of crazy because it was the first one I did. Look how neat it looks. So I'm gonna sit here and go through some of my favorites, add some blocks of color behind them, maybe color some of them in instead. Oh my gosh, looking back at these, I feel like this took me forever, but it was actually only just 3 sittings that I finished this in. Oh, definitely, I love this cat. I think this one turned out really cute. I'm gonna put a yellow triangle behind this cat. I'll even add a little splash of color on the cat's collar and even the cat's eyes. This silly dog is one that I had a lot of fun with, so I'm gonna put an orange square behind it. Let's see. And there we go. This dog be poppin' over here. Personally, I really like to work with simplified and limited color palettes. So if you haven't noticed, I've actually been working with the same few colors throughout all of these images. Especially working with bright colors. I'm going to color some of these animals some crazy colors, and I think that's just gonna add a lot of fun to these images. Okay, confession, I don't actually know if this bird's tail is yellow, but it's cut off in the image, so it's yellow now. And look at that, look, just a little splash of color on that bird just brings your eye right to it, instead of looking at the other not so cute images. Ooh, I really want to color this cat now. I believe this was a ginger cat, so I have the perfect yellow and oranges to add a lovely pop of colorful color to this cat. So I've got a base color on this cat, and now I'm just going to add some orange stripes to it. You know, just nothing super complicated, just adding a splash of color and just adding a little bit of personality and a little bit more fun to, oh my god, all of these sketches, there's so many. What do you think this cat is thinking about? Do you think it's thinking like, I am mighty, I am a tiger? Oh, look at it. All right, I am going to sit here and add a few more color shapes and color in a few more of these animals, and that'll be that. Okay, I'll be honest, I have not much else to add to this illustration, but I do have to say that adding these pops of color and shapes is definitely my biggest recommendation to any of you keeping a sketchbook or doing simple illustrations. Add pops of color, add circles, add shapes, just keep it simple and it can make this simple illustration look amazing. And that's it. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you all so much for submitting your pets for me to draw. I enjoyed this project so much. And don't forget to download Secret Cat Forest. You will not regret it. It's relaxing, but also so addictive, you guys. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay golden. Bye.